The time has come for the reveal of the first half of the Lakers season for 2020-2021. In my hand right now is the official schedule, and we're going to break this down right now. Hi everybody, it's the Retro Yuki once again for Lake Show Talks. If this is your first time here, please make sure you guys subscribe and like the video for more Lake Show Talks content, Lakers news, rumors, and game breakdowns. It's time to break down the first half of the schedule that was just released today by the Lakers website, Lakers.com. We're going to first take a look at the schedule as a whole. Then we're going to talk about some notable games. Then we're going to talk about games that feature former teammates. And this is going to be fun, guys. But first, let's break it down as a whole, like the whole thing put together. They present to us 37 games out of the first 72 games. I should say 37 of the 72 games have been released. The second half will be released sometime during the first half of the season. There are 19 home games and 18 away games. There are 5 back-to-backs. There is a long homestand of 5 in February 4 to the 12th. There is a long road trip of 7 games from January 21 to the 30th. And there are 6 Friday games, 4 Saturday games. Our most home games are in February with 10. And our most away games are in January with 13. Now that we talked about it as a whole thing, let's talk about it as notable games. Now, please pay attention to your right of your screen for your notable games that I have decided to pick out. Tuesday, December the 22nd, is opening night against the Clippers, which you can watch on Spectrum Sportsnet. Friday, December 25th, is Christmas night game against the Dallas Mavericks. It's only on ABC. Sunday and Monday, December 27 and 28, is our very first back-to-back against Minnesota and Portland. Keep Minnesota in mind because we're going to be talking about that game in just a moment. Then our first ever one city, two game area. Due to COVID, they're trying to make sure they're trying not to travel too much. So what we have here, we have January 3rd and 5th at Memphis, where they stay in one city for 2 games. Remember, right now, Staples Center and most of the venues will not have any fans because of COVID. Okay? We're going to try that idea here. The same thing happens on January 10 and 12, where they travel to Houston and play 2 games in 4 days. Okay? Now, our next notable game is January 18 versus Golden State Warriors, and that is going to be our Martin Luther King Jr. Day matchup. Pay attention to the Warriors. Just because Steph Curry is not there doesn't mean you can relax. I have a very good feeling, or should I say, in Among Us terms, I have a sus feeling that they're going to make it strong this year. Watch out for Golden State, everybody. And finally, on the calendar, March the 3rd at Sacramento is going to be our last game of the first half of the season before we get the All-Star break. Now, I would like now to point out the notable games in reference to our former teammates. These games have more passion than the other games. December 27 against Minnesota is our first time we're going to see Danny Green return to Los Angeles after being traded. Okay? Now, if you guys remember in that trade, it was supposed to be with Oklahoma City. But because of another trade, he went to Minnesota. Okay? The Timberwolves. Okay? January 25th is at Cleveland. And that will be our first time we're going to see JaVale McGee as a opponent. Okay? So we're going to see Mr. McGee over there. January 27 is our first game at Philadelphia, and that will be our visit to Dwight Howard's new home in Philadelphia. So keep that game in mind. February 1st at Atlanta, we're going to see playoff Rondo for the first time since the trade and since the free agency signing. Okay? And finally, in terms of notable former teammates, is against Miami on February 20th, where we're going to see Avery Bradley return to Los Angeles for the first time since signing with Miami. Okay? Some other notables about the schedule I would like to point out is that most home games will begin at 7 p.m. Pacific Time, 10 p.m. Eastern, with the exception of Christmas Day, February 20th, and February 28th. On Christmas Day, there will be a 5 p.m. matchup against the Dallas Mavericks. On February 20th, that is a matchup against the Miami Heat. That is a 5:30 game. And our final odd time at home is against the Golden State Warriors on February 28th at 5. So that's pretty cool. Okay, most away games are going to be at around 4:30, 5:30, the exception, of course, any games in the West Coast of the away games like Sacramento. That will be a 7 p.m. game. Okay? So that's today's breakdown, guys. We will be back again with another video as we prepare for ourselves for preseason basketball. And by the way, just to give you a hint on how breakdowns work, I have something very special for you on December the 12th, as I'm going to give you guys a sample breakdown of the Los Angeles Lakers and Clippers game as a little warm-up into what I'm going to break down during the actual season. That will be the only breakdown I'm going to do when it comes to preseason. Otherwise, when I do my breakdowns, it will be the day after the game. So I have time to give you guys notes, who my MVP is, and all that good stuff. Okay? That's all for now, guys. Check out these Laker videos and other good stuff. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. It will help me a lot, and it will help you find more Lakers content. It's the Retro Yuki saying, go Lakers, have fun, and enjoy.